He was 71, a strong man, a man who had spent his life working hard, raising a family, and doing what needed to be done. He went to bed just like any other night. No complaints, no signs of trouble. But the next morning, he never woke up. His family was shattered. No one saw it coming. And I tell you this not to scare you, but to wake you up, because what took him was not some random accident. It was the result of habits. Small choices that added up over the years. Habits that you might have too. And if you don't pay attention, you could be next. I have seen it happen more times than I can count. People think they are fine. They believe they have time. But life does not work that way. The body keeps score. And when the damage is done, it does not send a warning. It just stops. That is why I'm here sharing this with you. Because I have lived long enough to know what matters. And I do not want to see another good person go too soon. You need to know the truth. You need to know what habits are stealing your years without you even realizing it. The first habit is ignoring stress. You might think you are handling it well. You push through, you keep going. But stress is a silent killer. It does not just stay in your mind. It attacks your heart. It weakens your immune system. It eats away at your body from the inside. This man, the one who never woke up, carried his stress like a badge of honor. He never complained. He never asked for help. And in the end, it cost him everything. You cannot keep holding it all in. You need to release it. Talk to someone. Take time to breathe. Do not let stress pile up until it buries you. The second habit is poor sleep. And I do not mean just not getting enough. I mean treating sleep like it does not matter. Staying up late, waking up too early, letting screens and distractions take over your nights. Your body heals when you sleep. Your heart gets a break. Your brain clears out the toxins. But if you do not give it that time, the damage builds up. This man, he was always cutting his sleep short, always saying he would catch up later. But later never came. One night, his heart just stopped. It had been working too hard for too long, and it never got the rest it needed. Do not make the same mistake. The third habit is neglecting movement. Not exercise, movement. Because people hear exercise and think of the gym, but it is not about that. It is about keeping the body in motion, walking, stretching, using your muscles. The body was not made to sit all day, but that is exactly what too many people do. They wake up, sit at a desk, sit in a car, sit on a couch, and then they wonder why their bodies break down. This man, he used to be active, but as he got older, he slowed down. And then he stopped. His heart got weaker, his blood flow got worse, and when the time came, his body was not strong enough to keep going. The fourth habit is ignoring the signs. This is the one that makes me the angriest, because the body always warns you. It gives you clues. Small pains, shortness of breath, fatigue, but people brush them off. They say it is nothing. They say they are fine until they are not. This man, he had warning signs. He just did not listen. He thought he could push through, and that choice cost him his life. You cannot ignore your body. When it speaks, you need to listen. When something feels off, you need to check it. It is not weakness, it is wisdom. I do not tell you this to scare you. I tell you this because I have seen too many good people go too soon. And it does not have to be this way. You have a choice. You can change your habits. You can take care of yourself. And if you do, you can live longer. You can be there for your family. You can wake up tomorrow and the next day and the next. But only if you start now, because time does not wait, and neither should you. Now let's clear some common questions. How can someone recognize if they are on the same path toward a sudden and unexpected death? I have seen it happen too many times. A man who seemed strong, a man who laughed with his family, a man who went to bed, never suspecting that it would be his last night on this earth. And in the morning, he was gone. People always ask how it happens. How can someone just die in their sleep without warning? But the truth is, there were always warnings. They were just ignored. The body does not fail overnight. It whispers, it nudges, it gives signs. And if you do not pay attention, those whispers turn into silence. a silence you will never wake from. You need to know if you are on that path, because death does not come with an announcement. It does not wait until you are ready. It takes you in an instant, and if you are not careful, it could take you too soon. So ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly rested? Not just a few hours of sleep, but the kind of rest that leaves you feeling alive. If you wake up tired every day, that is not normal. It is a warning. Your body is struggling. Your heart is working harder than it should. Sleep is not just about closing your eyes. It is when your body heals, when your heart slows down, when your brain clears out the waste. If you are not getting real sleep, your body is slowly wearing down. Pay attention to your breath. Do you ever find yourself gasping for air after climbing stairs? Do you feel winded just from doing small tasks? That is not just being out of shape. It is your heart begging for help. It means your body is not getting enough oxygen. It means your blood is not flowing the way it should. A healthy body does not struggle with these things, but a body on the edge does. And if you do not listen, one day, your heart might just stop. Look at your daily habits. Are you sitting for hours without moving? Do you go days without stretching your body, without making your heart beat a little faster? The body is not meant to be still. The heart needs movement to stay strong. Blood needs to circulate. Muscles need to be used. When you sit all day, you are letting your body weaken, your heart slows down, your blood thickens, your muscles waste away. You might not feel it yet, but it is happening. And when the moment comes, your body might not be strong enough to fight back. Think about your stress. Not just the big things, but the small, constant weight you carry. Do you feel like you are always under pressure? Do you carry worries that never seem to go away? Stress is not just in your mind, it is in your body. It raises your blood pressure. It fills your system with chemicals that wear you down. It weakens your immune system. A body that is always under stress is like a rope that is constantly being pulled. Eventually it snaps, and for too many people that snap is fatal. You do not ignore pain. Pain is not just something to push through. It is not something to ignore until it goes away. It is a message, a signal that something is wrong. Chest pain, headaches, numbness in your arms, tightness in your neck. These are not small things. These are warnings. Yet people tell themselves it is nothing. They take a pill, they shake it off, and then one day, they do not wake up. Your body does not lie. When it hurts, there is a reason. Do not wait until it is too late to find out what it is. Look at your energy levels. Have you lost the excitement for life? Do you feel like everything is just a little harder than it used to be? Fatigue is not just a sign of getting older. It is a sign that something is off. Your heart might be struggling. Your blood might not be carrying enough oxygen. Your organs might not be functioning the way they should. People dismiss fatigue as just being busy or getting older. But it is more than that. It is your body telling you that it is running out of fuel. Ask yourself, when was the last time you had a checkup? When was the last time you truly listened to what your doctor had to say? Too many people avoid the doctor because they do not want to hear bad news. But bad news does not go away just because you ignore it. It only gets worse. Small problems become big ones, and big ones become fatal. The man who never woke up, he had not seen a doctor in years. He thought he was fine, until he wasn't. Well, think about your habits. Are you eating food that keeps you alive or food that slowly kills you? Are you drinking enough water? Are you filling your body with things that help it heal or things that make it weaker? People do not think about what they put in their bodies until it is too late, until their arteries are clogged, until their hearts are struggling to keep up. Every bite you take is a choice to strengthen your body or to wear it down. And finally, ask yourself, do you feel alive? Do you feel connected to the world, to the people around you? Or do you feel like you are just going through the motions? The body and the mind are connected. When you stop finding joy in life, when you stop feeling like you have purpose, your body responds. It slows down. It gives up. The people who live the longest are not just the ones who eat well and exercise. They are the ones who love, who laugh, who wake up with something to look forward to. If you recognize yourself in these words, do not wait. Do not tell yourself you will change later. Later is not promised. You are either taking care of your body or you are pushing it closer to the edge. And when you reach that edge, there is no turning back. I have lived long enough to see the difference between those who make it and those who do not. And the difference is simple. The ones who make it listen. They pay attention. They do not ignore the signs, and because of that, they wake up to another day. You have a choice right now. You can keep ignoring the whispers of your body until they become silence. Or you can wake up. You can make the changes. You can give yourself a chance to live. The path you are on does not have to be the path that ends too soon, but only if you decide to change direction, and you need to decide now, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. What immediate changes can a person make today to avoid becoming the next tragic story? I have seen too many good people go too soon. They thought they had time. They thought they could keep living the way they were, and somehow everything would be fine. And then one night they went to bed and never woke up. I am here to tell you that it does not have to be this way. If you are still breathing, you still have a choice. You can make changes today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. And those changes could be the difference between waking up tomorrow or becoming the next tragic story. The first thing you need to do is stop pretending that small problems do not matter. That extra weight around your waist, that constant feeling of exhaustion, that occasional pain in your chest. Those things are not normal. They are not something to push through. They are warnings. And if you do not listen, they will turn into something you cannot ignore. Your body is like a machine. When something is off, it does not fix itself. It gets worse. And one day, it stops working completely. So today, not later, you need to start paying attention. Start by looking at how you treat your body every single day. What do you eat? Is it food that fuels you, or food that is slowly killing you? People think eating healthy is complicated, but it is not. Your body needs real food, not things that come in boxes, not things packed with sugar and chemicals. It needs food that grew from the earth, food that was once alive. If most of what you eat comes from a package, you are walking toward trouble. And if you think you can fix it later, you are wrong. You need to make the change today. Swap one bad meal for a good one. Drink more water instead of soda. Cut down on sugar. It does not have to be perfect, but it has to start now. Then, look at how much you move. Do you sit all day? Do you go from your bed to your car, to your chair, to your couch? If you do, your body is already paying the price. The human body is meant to move. When you stop moving, everything slows down. Your heart, your circulation, your energy, your life. You do not need a gym. You do not need fancy workouts. You just need to move. Take a walk, stretch, stand up every hour. Do something to remind your body that it is still alive. And if you think you are too tired to move, that is a sign that you need to move even more. Energy does not come from sitting still. It comes from motion. The more you move, the more alive you feel, and the less likely your body is to betray you when you least expect it. I have seen men go from struggling to climb stairs to feeling 10 years younger just by making the choice to move every single day. You can be one of them, but only if you start now. Then, look at how you sleep. And I do not mean just lying in bed for a few hours. I mean real sleep, deep sleep, the kind where your body repairs itself. Most people are sleep deprived and do not even realize it. They wake up tired and think that is just how life is. It is not. If you are tired all the time, your body is in distress, and distress leads to disease. Turn off the screens before bed. Make your room dark. Go to sleep at the same time every night. Give your body the rest it needs before it decides to take it permanently. Now let's talk about stress, because I have seen more men destroyed by stress than by anything else. They carry it like a weight on their shoulders. They think they can handle it, until one day their heart says otherwise. Stress is not just a feeling. It is a physical attack on your body. It raises your blood pressure. It weakens your immune system. It speeds up aging, and it makes you more likely to drop dead without warning. You have to find a way to let it go. Talk to someone. Take deep breaths. Spend time outside. Do something that makes you feel alive again. Because if you do not, stress will kill you, and it will not give you a warning before it does. Another thing you need to do today is check on your health. When was the last time you saw a doctor? When was the last time you got your blood pressure checked? Your cholesterol, your heart? Too many people avoid the doctor because they do not want to hear bad news. But bad news does not go away just because you ignore it. It grows, it gets worse, and then one day it becomes the thing that takes you away from your family. Make the appointment, get the tests, know where you stand, because if something is wrong, catching it now could save your life. And while you are at it, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt joy? When was the last time you laughed? When was the last time you looked forward to something? A body without joy is a body that is dying. I have seen it with my own eyes. The people who live the longest are not just the ones who eat well and exercise. They are the ones who wake up with a reason to keep going. If you are just going through the motions, you are already fading away. Find something that makes you feel alive. A hobby, a passion, a reason to wake up in the morning. Because life is not just about avoiding death. It is about living while you can. Do not tell yourself that you will do these things later. Do not promise yourself that you will change tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The man who never woke up probably thought he had more time too. But time is not something you get to control. All you can control is what you do right now. And right now, you have a choice. You can keep living the way you are and hope for the best. Or you can start making changes today. Small changes, simple changes, but changes that could mean the difference between life and death. So decide, right now, drink a glass of water, stand up and stretch, take a deep breath, go outside, eat something that nourishes your body instead of poisoning it. Make the doctor's appointment. Let go of the stress that has been weighing you down. Do not wait until you are lying in a hospital bed wishing you had done things differently. Because by then it might be too late. You are still here. You still have a chance. But only if you take it. And you need to take it today. Why do we wait for tragedy to strike before we take our health seriously? And how can we break that cycle? I have seen it too many times. A man sits in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, realizing that his body has finally given out. He whispers the same words I have heard for years. I should have taken better care of myself. But by then it is too late. The damage is done, the heart is weak, the blood vessels are clogged, the body, once strong, is now failing. And he wonders why he did not do something sooner. Why he waited until he was staring death in the face to finally care about living. People do not take their health seriously until tragedy strikes because they believe they have time. They think that as long as they are not in pain, as long as they can still move, as long as they are still breathing, everything is fine. But the body does not break down overnight. It happens slowly, silently, a little extra weight, a little more exhaustion, a little discomfort that they brush off. They do not see it as urgent, so they keep pushing forward, pretending that their body will always work the way it does now. And then one day, it doesn't. The truth is, people do not change until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change. A man will ignore his diet until he is diagnosed with diabetes. He will ignore his heart until he is clutching his chest in an emergency room. He will ignore his stress until it puts him in a hospital bed. Only when the suffering is unbearable does he finally see what he should have done all along. And by then, he has already lost something: his health, his time, his future. But why do we wait? Because humans are stubborn. We think we are invincible. We see other people suffer, but we believe it will not happen to us. We hear stories of men who never woke up, but we assume we are different. We convince ourselves that we will have time later, that we will start eating better when life slows down, that we will exercise when we are less busy, that we will sleep more when work is not so demanding. But life does not slow down, and later never comes. We also avoid change because it is uncomfortable. People do not want to admit that they are responsible for their own health. They do not want to give up the foods that comfort them. They do not want to force themselves to move when they would rather sit. They do not want to go to the doctor and hear bad news. They would rather stay in denial than face the truth. Because the truth means effort. It means discipline. It means making choices that are hard now, but will save them later. And most people choose what is easy in the moment. even if it destroys them in the long run. But it does not have to be this way. The cycle can be broken, and it starts with deciding that you do not need tragedy to wake you up. You do not have to wait until your body fails to start treating it right. You do not have to wait for pain to force you to change. You can choose to change before the pain comes, before the hospital visits, before the regrets. And if you do that, you will not just live longer. You will live better. The first step is to stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you will take care of your health later. Later is a lie. Later is how people die too soon. The only time you have is now, so use it. Make the appointment you have been avoiding. Get the test done. Know where you stand, because what you do not know can hurt you. And the earlier you catch a problem, the easier it is to fix. Then start taking small steps. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you feel motivated. Motivation fades. Discipline saves lives. Drink more water today. Eat something that fuels your body instead of hurting it. Move, even if it is just a walk around the block. Go to bed earlier instead of staring at a screen for hours. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Because if you do not, your future self will be sitting in a hospital bed, wishing you had. And stop making excuses. People love to say they do not have time, but they have time to scroll through their phones. They have time to watch television. They have time to sit for hours doing nothing. They just do not want to do what is uncomfortable. But discomfort now is better than suffering later. Taking care of yourself is not about having time. It is about making time. Because if you do not make time for your health now, you will be forced to make time for your illness later. Surround yourself with people who want to live, not just exist. If the people around you make bad choices, it is easy to follow them. If they eat poorly, if they never move, if they laugh at the idea of going to the doctor, you will start doing the same. Find people who want to be strong, who want to wake up with energy, who want to live to see their grandchildren grow up. Their habits will shape yours, and together you will stay on the right path. And most importantly, remember why you are doing this. You are not just taking care of yourself for you. You are doing it for the people who love you, for the ones who depend on you, for the ones who would be shattered if you left too soon. I have seen too many families broken by the sudden loss of someone they loved. A father, a husband, a brother. And in every case, that person thought they had more time. But time is not something you can control. All you can control is what you do with the time you have left. So do not wait for tragedy to strike before you change. Do not wait until you are gasping for breath to start valuing your lungs. Do not wait until your heart is failing to start taking care of it. Do not wait until your body is breaking down to start treating it right. Because by then the choice may no longer be yours. You have the power to break the cycle. You have the power to wake up today and say, I will not be another tragic story. And if you do that, if you take control now, you will not just add years to your life. You will add life to your years. If you like today's discussion, don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with every video we release. And yes, don't forget to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments. Every comment is special to us. Your feedback helps us improve further. We'll continue to meet you in every new video on this channel. So until next time, take care.